What's good, YouTube family? It's your boy Ados Picks, and I'm coming at y'all today with another YouTube video. And in today's video, we're going to be talking a little bit about unit betting, what units mean, how to appropriately choose your size, and how to use that and change how the way you make money in sports betting. So we do a lot of basketball talk. We do a lot of mixing in some betting talk, but main reason I'm here is to talk about betting. So I figured we would do a little quick video on unit betting and why it's important and why it will change form your betting. So we'll jump right into that, man. Well, actually, before that, one we haven't done in a while, let's do Motivational Monday, because today is Monday. This is the Monday video, so we'll go ahead and touch on that a little bit and give us something to motivate, look forward towards the rest of the week. Maybe try to implement this as well. And for Motivational Monday today, I wanted to talk about, I found this bracelet on the ground, and this might seem a little corny. I don't know if y'all could read that or not, but either way, it says perfect attendance. And I found this on the ground, and I just picked it up and put it on. I wasn't really thinking much about it, but I looked at it one day, and I was like, perfect attendance. Like, damn, you do show up every day, eh? Like, you do have perfect attendance. So my Monday motivation is just to have perfect attendance, man. Not school, not work, not things like that, but just in life in general. Just show up. And have that perfect attendance mindset, show up every day no matter what. And I still wear the bracelet. Like I said, it's a little cheesy, but I found it and thought it was cool, so I'm rocking it. Just have that perfect attendance mindset. So try to show up every day no matter the circumstances, no matter what you're going through. If you get up, you get at it, life will start to click, things will start to get better. So having that perfect attendance mindset was something that I thought was motivational, so I figured I'd share with y'all for Motivational Monday. Yeah, outside of that though, man, let's hop right into unit betting and why this is going to be so important in the world of sports betting. So what is a unit? Let's just start there. A unit is going to be a set percentage of your bankroll. It's not a dollar amount. It's a percentage of the dollar amount that you're willing to bet with. So instead of saying I'm betting $50 on this, you could say I'm betting 1 unit. That way every bet is proportional, and you can control your losses a lot better this way. So by controlling your losses a lot better, it just ultimately doesn't allow one bad day or 2 bad days in a row to ruin your bankroll, and you have to deposit again. Now you're chasing losses. You're like, I got to get back to square one. So a unit is going to be a percentage of your bankroll, and you have to, and this is going to allow you to be more controlled about what you are doing. If your bankroll is $500, a set percentage of this, really it should be 1 to 5% of your bankroll. 5 is pretty heavy. 5 is heavy. That only takes 20 bets in a row to go down, 20 full unit bets to go downhill, and now you're out. 5 is a little risky. That's personally what I do. I'm confident in my abilities to hit at a better clip. To bet 5%, it is heavy. So for me, my bankroll, my unit size is $100 right now, and it's a 5% unit size. That means I have $2,000 in my FanDuel at all times, and that's what I try to do. Right now I have $2,000 in my FanDuel. Try to bet 5%. A unit is $1 or $100. So that's just kind of where I'm comfortable at. Any bigger than that, I've noticed that I start to emotionally bet, so I could probably scale up and start to grow from here, and that's the plans. Of course, I'm gonna get better to where I can do that, but right now I have a 5% unit size, and I use this every day. So most people don't fail because they're bad at picking games. They fail because they're bad at gambling. They lose because they're chasing losses. They're being emotional. They're gonna nuke their bankroll. A lot of people, if they had 2,000 in their FanDuel, they'd put 700 a bet just randomly. So for me, unit betting removed that emotion away from the equation, and I'm not betting based on vibes, and I'm not betting based on what I feel is a lock. Like I've removed that from my betting. So I'm betting based on a structure. Like I have a set percentage. I mean, not every bet has to be $100. You can scale up and down. Like not every bet has to be 1 full unit, I should say. You can scale up and down. If there's one that you really feel you have an edge on, go ahead and throw 2 units on it. If it's a 27 leg parlay, throw 0.5 unit or throw, a quarter unit on it. 1 to 3% is what a lot of people do. So a $500 bankroll would be a $5 to $10 unit. $1,000 bankroll would be $10 to $20 unit if you're betting 1 to 2%, of course. If you're being more aggressive, if you can hit it a higher clip, 3%, 3 to 5% is going to be considered more aggressive. Another way I think about it is if you can bet, if one bet can ruin your week, your unit size is too big. You're betting too much money. If you can lose 4 or 5 in a row and still be comfortable, and know that, okay, well, bad week, it sucks, but I'm good. That's perfect. If you lose 4 or 5 in a row and you got to deposit again, you got to up the units, or you're chasing. That means your unit size is too big to begin with. You got to scale down. You got to start going to a smaller percentage. Maybe go from 3 or 4 to 3 to 5 down to 1 or 2, and start there. And it's a growth. So when do you decrease or increase your units? This is where a lot of people mess up as well. You don't increase your units after a winning streak. Like if you hit 10 in a row, you don't start throwing $200-$300 and stuff, because that's, or 2-3 units and stuff, whatever it is. Dollars units. For me, my unit size is $1. So if I say $100 to $200 and stuff, you guys know what I mean. But you don't increase after a win streak. If you hit 10, 11 bets in a row, you don't start throwing 3-4 units on stuff just because you have more in your FanDuel. That's not really how it goes, because you got to remember, a big part of this is paying yourself first. So for me, I get to 2,000 and then I go up, say I have a 6-unit night. Well, my account's right back to down to 10,000. That 6 units is in my pocket. I'm taking that. Like, I'm not betting that again. I'm not, I'm keeping it. It's in my pocket. Now I'm right back to 2,000 anyways. So you don't increase after a win streak, and you don't always have to decrease on a losing streak either. Your unit size should adjust after meaningful bankroll growth. And when I say meaningful bankroll growth, like if you go from $100 to, $400, and that's what you're willing to gamble, then your unit size would grow. That would be, 100 is a weird number. I'm not good enough at math to do percentages on 400, but that's when your unit size would grow. And same thing for the losses. You don't have to scale down when things get ugly. It's going to happen. You're going to lose a couple in a row. I still do it, and I'm putting my bets out to people all the time. I still lose some in a row. But at the end of the day, I know I'm good, and whoever's tailing properly is also in a great spot as well. So a little more on straight bets and parlays too. A lot of people, even myself, sometimes I get ahead of myself and I'll throw half a unit, a full unit on parlays, and that really will mess you up. If you hit 3 straight bets, right, and you go up 3 units there, but you give away, if you do the same amount or even more on a parlay and you give it all right back, it's kind of like a wash. You're just kind of chasing at that side. So for me, parlays are for the upside, and I love betting parlays. I've been on a parlay streak lately. It's been crazy. We've been cooking in the Discord, but parlays are for the upside, for the big hits, to really grow your bankroll massive and one or 2 hits. Units are going to be for consistency and constantly pulling in money. So how do I use them personally is another thing I wanted to touch on. In the Discord, every bet I play every bet I post is played in units, not in dollar amounts. So that means someone that's tailing my bet as a $100 better, as a $10 better, as a $1,000 better, no matter what anyone's betting and what their bankroll is, they can properly follow my bets with units and can follow them responsibly based on what they have available to them to bet with. So it's not about flexing your bet size or, hey, like I want anyone to be able to sell my bet. I want someone with more money than me to be able to come in, say, yo, I got 5,000 to bet with. This is what I need to do. And this is what I'll show them. Take this bet for 1 unit, that. I want anyone to be able to tell my bet. And I want the same thing for a $10 better. Someone that can come in and have a $10 unit size, can take my bets, and at the end of the week, we're up 10 units. That means they made an extra $100. I want everyone to be able to follow them responsibly. That's why all my plays are posted in units. And it's not about flexing unit size. It's about the long-term profitability of it. So that's really where I wanted to hone in on and make the Discord was I understand unit betting really well, and I want people to be able to do it with me. So quick betting mistakes to avoid when using units is hammering stuff. You don't want to hammer stuff. You don't want to bet 5 units on something because it feels like free money. You don't want to turn parlays into nukes, and you have to track. Tracking is another really big thing to do, is to track your wins and losses and units. You can track them in dollars as well, as long as you know the two correlate, but tracking wins and losses is really important. It's probably one of the most important things. What I do to track is I use Picket. I use Picket every month, every day. I'm checking it. I'm using it. And it lets me know how many units I go up. It knows my unit size on there. You can play for premium and stuff. I don't do that. It's free to use for just the basic tracking purposes. It tells you your records. It tells you who is selling you. It's awesome. It's great tracking. So tracking is really important. I definitely recommend anyone who's looking to track and to do this seriously to track. Check out Picket on the App Store, whatever you got, Google Play if y'all got Androids. So tracking is really important. For me, if you want to bet long term, units are non-negotiable. This is how professionals do it. This is how you survive the week. This is how your bankrolls survive. And this is how you just stop donating, ultimately. You won't donate anymore to sports books. If you want my full unit-based plays, what I'm doing every single day in order to make money and become successful on sports betting, make sure to tap into the Discord. I also have research tools, and we have a large community. We just made it on BR Betting the other day. That was super sweet. My boy Fife hit a crazy slip, and I sent it in to BR Betting. We had a lot of new people join. The community has grown like 40, 50 people in the last week or so. So that was cool. And we're going to keep growing, man. It's not the last time we'll do something cool like that. We're going to keep getting to it. So if you want all of my plays, all of my team's plays, my research tools, and just an awesome community that's been nothing but positive and great the whole time, check out the link in the description. I also link my Props Madness tool there. We talked more about unit betting and not how to bet today. We talked about unit size, but Prop Madness, if you're looking for NBA, they even have NFL on there now as well. If you're looking for research tools, make sure to check out Prop Madness. They are one of one and really transformed how I bet. So if you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, feel free to hit me up on any of my socials. Those will all be linked down below as well. And yeah, man, let's keep getting to it. I appreciate you guys tuning in.